Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. Cypher Sigma here, and as you normally know, it was payday last week for me, so I decided to take a trip into town, as I normally do, pick up my comics, and try and frequent some of the stores. Now, normally I go out, having just been out obviously a few weeks ago with the boys in Peterborough and stuff. I've been trying to curb what I've been spending. I said people know from channel I've been trying to curb it anyway and sticking to limited stuff like anime and animation. But also it is my birthday soon and my anniversary, so I know I've got a lot of presents coming. Obviously my list of toys and DVDs, and Blu-rays and stuff. So I didn't want to get too much and buy loads and then have another load come in. But yeah, so let's get into the footage. So here we are in game, looking through the Star Wars Black Series. Obviously, that is Donnie Yen's character from Rogue One. Boba Fett. So very prices. Obviously, you got $9.98, and then they go to about 40 quid. Not the biggest fan of Black Series or Star Wars figures in general, pardon me. But yeah, you can pick up quite a lot for cheap. I do quite like that Christmas Porg. That's my double. I suppose a bit of Lego in here. So I do quite like the diverse stuff that game does have. Then we go to the Marvel Legends here. Obviously an old style Loki from the classic versions. Then we got Obadiah Stark and the Ironmonger there. I think that was about 30 quid. And then for the almost pound cheap, you get Star Lord. And then you got Owen Wilson's character, the X-Men Days of Future Past Jean Grey, Binary. Yeah, nothing major taking my fancy. I mean, I like the Deadpool character there who has the little shark. I think it's called Steve. Got some Jurassic Park. Not paying 50. You know, if it was like a 10 or something, I'd definitely pick T-Rex up. Rexy there from Toy Story. And we go on to some of the Transformer stuff. A lot of the cheap, genuine stuff ain't that great, like the masks and stuff. Never really too focused in. And then we have the Power Ranger Turtle set. As I said, I think before, these were in the Entertainer for a third of the price. I don't know why they think they can sell them for 75 quid. A few more Transformers there. Cheetah with his head flipped up, only a tenner now. Bumblebee, sorry, not Cheetah. Then we have the Ultra Magnus White, I believe AJ got this little while ago. I didn't realise that the hands and bits on the side. Still a very cool figure. This I really like, but I'm not paying 50 quid for it. If it was maybe 20, and then they got a few other bits below. Then we move on to CEX. So starting the Blu-rays 65 on my birthday Christmas list, so I'm not going to pick that up today. Quite a few James Bonds they have in here. Obviously my collection for James Bond is quite lacking, so I do need to start picking some up. As we move along, Casualties of War there. I think I helped myself out. Bought it on DVD for a few quid, 30 quid for the Blu-ray, and I knock everything over. Always a very kind of horror orientated section at my CEX, known as a Crow. Special edition of Godfather there, Hunger Games, Hard Target there, Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's not a bad price. Been a long time since I've seen it. Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, £10. That's not a bad price. Well, I didn't mind that series. I thought it did well to kind of wipe off the stain of season 8. The Man Who Invented Christmas. Never heard of it, just curious. My name is Bruce. Not seen it or got it, but I do like Bruce Campbell, so I do really need to pick that up. Moonfall, not the greatest movie, but still demands quite a bit of a price. So I'm happy to pay a few quid for it, but probably nothing more than that. As you say there, the funny alphabet, obviously it goes kind of top shelf all the way along, so you'll realise what the letters. Obviously a few repo covers there. Not my cup of tea. Maverick. Some Marvel ones there. Thor mainly. Stickers there. Teen Titans Go. I think that was £4 or £5. Not the biggest Teen Titans fan, but we shall see. I might pick it up one day if it's cheap enough. Asteroid City, 12 quid. Didn't really like that at the cinema. A bit of a strange one. Nymphomaniac, it seems like a TV series. Never really heard that. Digimon. Got all the individual ones. Was looking at them, maybe downsize it, but it's still a little bit too expensive. I can't even say. Oh yeah, that was DC Legends of Tomorrow Season 6. That was quite a good price, and I do need that one. But I kind of think I overlooked it and forgot all about it. As you do. Going along down here, obviously a few anime still quite expensive on the anime one. The few anime titles they have. Reinfeld there. Shark 3D, you know. South Pacific, it's another old classic one to get that I know my mum really likes. Didn't see Ships or something for that one. Obviously all the Spider-Man there movies. A few horrors, some Terminator ones. Apologies, I am flying through this as kind of quick as possible. The words people talking in the background, so I'm trying not to get in their way. Bad Grandpa. Bridget Jones's Baby. I'm not even sure if I own that one. I thought that one was quite funny. Blazing Saddles, love that. I don't think you can get away with that movie nowadays. There's a few Elvis, Evil Dead, The Equalizer, Elemental. The Exorcist. Obviously, they do have quite a few horrors, as I said, but as it's near Halloween, they're all priced quite extortionate, so I will wait until the prices come down to start adding to my horror collections. It is one I am lacking a little bit in. If there are any horror films you would recommend that are probably popular ones or ones someone who's kind of a mainstream watcher could get into, please do let me know in the comments below. And back up here, Ben-Hur, Black Panther, Fast and Furious Unforgiven, and we've got The Flash. 10 quid, not bad. I think I want to wait a little bit cheaper, and then I'll probably end up purchasing The Flash. Firefly, I do have on DVD. I do like the series. I haven't watched it in a long time. Do feel I need to upgrade it maybe to Blu-ray one day. Justice League War, good movie. I quite liked this animated one. Obviously, John Wick 4. I need John Wick 3, and I never seem to come across it. Don't know why. Outlander from the series, The Shield, Screams, lots of Screams, Insidious. I don't think I own this. Again, I quite like that movie. I think it's got the scare tactic with the lawnmower. Mario Brothers there, Westworld, one I need to go back and finish. I know it kind of didn't. There's a Hulk Hogan Blu-ray No Holds Barred, I think it's called. And then we go up into the Batman section. More or less got, but I do need Batwoman season 2 and 3. There is season 2, but I'm not paying £12 for it. I wasn't a big fan of season 1, and if I'm going to go back to 2 and 3, again, quite a cheap anime. Code Geass. I think I have the main series of this, but I think this is a spin-off or a movie or something, or maybe a reimagining. I wasn't quite sure. I know they had quite a few Code Geass animated on Cliffhanger. Did like that movie with Stallone. Godzilla and Kong versus Kong, sorry. A bit of G.I. Joe, Marilyn Monroe there. John Wick, just number 1. Then you got Killer Joe, sorry. That is quite a harsh film, but I did quite like that back in the day. Matthew McConaughey. Lost Boys Trilogy. Then a few more expensive anime series. It is a shame they are so expensive. I'd have to pick Puss in Boots. I actually really, really like this movie. I look forward to maybe it dropping down to a £5, and then I'll probably pick it up on Blu-ray. Then we go down Young Guns, I believe there. Love that movie, X-Men. And then we go on to the 4K. So there are quite a lot of 4Ks here as well. Aquaman, quite cheap. Did really like the movie. Then we have Babylon 5, big Babylon 5, and back in the day. I did watch this on a stream site because I had a voucher. I didn't mind it. It was just a bit of shame that not all the original cast could return. Dune, obviously we have to wait till next year for part 2. Ghost in the Shell, that's a really nice cover. I really like that artwork. 15 quid still. So is it Fast and Furious? Fifth Element, I really, really love this cover as well. Again, if it was maybe a steel book, I probably would definitely have got it for that. And then you have Halo, the series. Really, really do want to watch that. Missed out on watching it. Not going to pay 20 quid. Call me tight, whatever you want. It's we've all got expenses and stuff, and I've got enough to watch. I need to justify getting. We have Pacific Rim there. Obviously, got the special edition a little while ago, so it's nice. A few more John Wicks. Joker Jigsaw. Obviously, this is the Halloween one. I do need Jigsaw and I do need Spiral, but again, still fairly expensive, and not the greatest movies in the franchise. I think you're going to come across Spiral there with a green cover, funnily enough. Oh, and Zissou. I thought that was alright. Again, I watched that on a voucher because I had it. I thought it was okay. Yeah, maybe I just couldn't get into it. I did watch it late at night and I was quite tired. Watchmen. Do love this movie from Zack Snyder. And there we go. So I went a few places. I went to Game. I went to CEX. I did go to a Salvation Army charity shop I looked into, as well as comics. And just look around. I decided not to go to HMV. Again, as I say, just trying to keep down. But I did pick up some items in HMV in CEX. One I didn't even realise, one I realised at the time when I get there, that I didn't have. So this is Matthew Broderick in War Games. So I watched this quite a lot with my sister, or I remember watching it with my sister back in the day, in the late 80s, early 90s when we were kids. Obviously the whole dial-up and him hacking the Pentagon and using it as to kind of play what he feels is a game, but it isn't actually a game. He's actually controlling real life military stuff. Really look forward to watching this. Obviously, I think it's 108 minutes, so a fairly long film for back in the day, but I did quite like it. Another one I've been hearing a little bit of, not rumours on that. Some people talk about. So most people, when they have things are interesting, like I am animation, stuff like that, I'll go there. Movies, and I miss a lot of movies because I don't see it, and I kind of do pick up when some people say, oh, that was quite a good movie. And this movie I'd heard quite a few people talk about, and it hadn't really been on my radar, and it is Chef with the Jon Favreau. I think he directs it as well as starring in it. But it seems like a fun little kind of movie. I don't know, actually. I'm going to say, does he even produce? Oh, he might produce it. Yeah, it's got a lot of famous people in it. But yeah, I've heard a few good things. So I was really glad to kind of pick this up and try this out. I'm always interested in, when you have such big collections as I do, it's always good to have interesting titles. So then we go to the third one. This was quite a good one. Now, I can't blame, I know I've done some videos on blaming AJ and Matsu Movies for upgrading stuff. So when I went to Peterborough, they were picking up, better versions and stuff like that. And I've said that, I have too many DVDs to upgrade everything. But my kind of mindset is I will update something if A, it looks really good, B, it looks really cheap, and potentially free if it reduces space. And this, obviously, I am running ish of space. I probably have, I could probably get another 1,000, I imagine, movies, and then having to put stuff in front of each other and that. And I want to have a little bit of a cull at Christmas and get rid of some stuff that just I'm not really ever going to watch. I have a lot of comedian stuff. I have a lot of TV, TV talk shows and stuff, and quiz shows and stuff. I'm never really going to watch the movies and the TV series, and the more the kind of fictional ones are the more what I'm into. So that's why I'm going to maybe, even if I get rid of 20, 30 titles, I'll be happy to go to space. But anyway, shifting aside, so I was going along and I found a steelbook. And it is for the Mummy trilogy. So I have all of these films. I believe I have all of them on DVD. So this is a DVD steelbook. This is a Blu-ray. So I'm not really losing anything there. I just think I may have some special 2-disc editions. So I'll have to kind of gauge if that is worth it. But obviously that is the front. And that is the back. So nothing special on the back here. It probably had a J card. And then in between, I hated it because they put the discs in the wrong order, but I've not touched it. So taking out the discs. That one looks a little bit scratched, but let's just take all of these three out. And there we have the inside, which I thought was quite cool. Obviously, you have Brendan Fraser there, and then obviously one of my favourite martial arts, Jet Li, on the other side for Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I believe, which was the third one. Yeah, and I think this is, and maybe this is a thing to me. I mean, I find it very strange. Like, this is the inside of the packaging, and the discs kind of are meant to go like, this would be the first disc and second and third, but obviously Dragon Emperor's here, so you'd put Dragon Emperor disc here. But like, if it's like a book, you'd read it like that. So surely this picture should have been flipped. But anyway, yeah, £2.50, absolute bargain. And obviously I have free single to double DVDs of this, so I can hopefully get rid of all of them. I mean, maybe if they are 2 disc editions, I might keep them, I don't know. But potentially I get rid of 3 and have 1, and I still keep all the movies. So yes, my collection will technically lose 3 editions and only gain 1. But it is what it is. Oh, hang on, let's see if the discs are... Okay. Oh, the discs you can put in any order you choose. So I'm actually going to, even though Jet Li is on here, which where disc 1 is, that is where Dragon Emperor is going to go. This is the Mummy. And this is the Mummy. As you'll see in my collection, I have the as a thing, and a lot of people don't do that. There you go, I like that. So it's first, second, third film, so you kind of, it makes the most logical sense to me. But there it is. So yeah, so that has been my little town payday pickup. Only 3 editions, as I say. This is what I'm trying to keep at each pickup, you know, regardless of what I get for my birthday and stuff, that, you know, I pick this up and maybe pick a few other titles. In a week I can watch all of these, and then I have 2-3 weeks to kind of catch up on all the other stuff I haven't had a chance to watch. So I've made a good conscious effort this year, and hopefully next year, and hopefully by the end of next year I will be at a point where I've watched almost everything I have, and then I can kind of look for the more obscure titles, and then for the special editions and upgrade, or just buying special editions of stuff I don't have. That's the way I want. Because yeah, I don't want to get to the point where I just have like 6,000 in my collection and like I haven't watched half of it, and you know, there's probably not enough time in my lifetime to watch it. So that's where I am. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. Do like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff you want to do. Otherwise, see you in the next one.